going on, CB Tech stuff? I'm back again with the boat. So today, I'll get the boat pulled out of the shop. While I've still got it here, I'm gonna try to strip some of this bed liner off. I'm gonna try it first on this lid, because I'm pretty sure this lid is metal, not fiberglass. Please excuse the bus traffic. And my reason I'm removing this is, one, it's ugly. Two, black attracts heat. I really don't want to paint over it. Three, the texture's rough. And four, I've got Sea Dek on order I'm gonna stick on here. So I'm gonna try stripping it off with the stuff I got from Napa. The Ultimate V52 degreaser. I've heard this is some pretty gnarly stuff. Like, it's almost as good as aircraft stripper from what I understand. If you leave it on too long though. I'm going to be very careful though, because it will probably eat into the gel coat of the fiberglass if I go too strongly with it or leave it on too long. So I'm going to try use with the lid first, and I'm going to brush it on. If I like what it's doing, I'll probably put some in a spray bottle that I bought, but I'll probably water it down and do the rest of it. I ordered enough Sea Dek to do the front and bow sections. I'm sorry, the bow and stern sections, that is the front and back. So I'm probably not going to do the plyboard piece I have running down the middle. I'm also probably still just going to leave what carpet is left on for right now at least. We'll see. I will let y'all know how this works. Alright, so after lunch I came back and checked in. That degreaser stuff, that B52 didn't hardly make any difference on that. But I found an old can of xylene stripper in the warehouse here. And it does take a lot of scraping, but layer by layer it's coming off. And it's definitely knocking off the texture, which I think is going to be the main thing, especially on the fiberglass. I just have to be careful with it on the fiberglass. But I think that's going to work for me in getting this bed liner off. At least to where I can get that Sea Dek to stick. Guess we'll find out when the Sea Dek gets here on Friday.
Day 4.
Alright, another boat update. I pretty much got the backside done as far as the Sea Dek goes. I spent most of the day scraping it. And I actually went to a weaker regular paint thinner, just so I wouldn't damage the fiberglass, because xylene apparently will damage fiberglass. After reading up some more of it, but it had about the same effect, honestly. I mean, I got it down, parts down to the fiberglass, but it knocked down the texture, and that's what I really needed. Same thing on the front. This is actually the Sea Dek I went with. Very hard to cut straight, at least accurately. But yeah, I've got the front scraped up. I got the remaining carpet taken off that deck, that little bait live well. And I'll probably get that later, but I'm going to have to re-repair this again, because I grabbed onto it. I wish these things were not so easy to grab onto. I'll re-glue that again. I'll deal with that later. I'm about to go eat hamburgers or steak with my family. So, this is today's update. And if this looks good, I'm going to try to maybe get some more and replace these cushions with it. We'll see.
6 days later.
Good Memorial Day weekend, CB Tech stuff. Well, I'm still working on the boat. I've just kind of been working on it here and there. I probably could have taken it out this weekend, but it is Memorial Day weekend, and that means everybody's on the lake skiing. And if you hear background squealing, it's probably my dog being pathetic. Anyway, what's got going on here? I've got the Sea Dek project mostly done. The balanced stern, I kind of jigsaw pieces together. If you look just don't look too close, it looks okay. I'm waiting on this plyboard section to dry. I just finished giving it the paint stripper treatment. And while that's going on, I went around the edge of the remaining carpet with some, well, not Flex Seal spray, but the Gorilla Glue version rubber spray. It's the black. Yeah, none of it doesn't go perfectly well, but it's good enough. And yesterday I fixed the windshield screens again. This time I used some 5-minute JB Weld epoxy. It's a lot stronger than that E600, or well, the Gorilla Glue equivalent of E600, 6,000 whatever. So got that going on. I might try to get the rest of the rub rail put in. I bought a piece. The other side's okay, but this side's missing it for some reason. Just the insert that goes in here. I borrowed a heat gun from work, so I can do that. In the meantime, I am currently working on changing out the gear oil and my lower unit, because I don't think it's been done. It's probably one of the first things I should have done when I bought this boat, but I did not. I'm surprised that they didn't do it whenever I took it to get tuned up. The gentleman who tuned up that motor for me. And I think he also replaced the water pump. I hope he did. It works though, so I'm not too worried about it. I was thinking about this though. And it is black. Also stinks. It is black. It's a little cloudy, but it's black, alright. And I'm going to go in with it with some Lucas Oil 80W90 gear oil. Says it's excellent for use in outboard final drives. Did a little reading online. There's a couple different weights you can go with on these things. And I couldn't find any Quicksilver or Mercury brand handy. So I did find the little kit though for the final drive, a little shoreline marine kit. I think it was like $8. Even comes with an adapter for other types of motors. I've got the plugs pulled, and I'm gonna see about getting that. It's still draining. Draining pretty slow. Whew, it sure smells burnt though. I'm just waiting out to finish. I have to raise this thing up a little bit. Where's the button at? And now my dog is howling. She's pitiful. Yeah. Did that. I hope the O-rings are okay. I think they're pretty much fused to the lower unit because they did not come off with the screws. But it didn't look like they were leaking, so there's that. And it's not milky, so I guess water wasn't really getting in there. A while back when I had this thing at the shop at work, I did grease pretty much everything I could find to grease on this engine. So that's good. It may be automotive grade grease and not marine grade grease, but it'll work. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and put some fresh gear lube in this thing. Okay, so the oil change is done, but just to show that when something is too easy to be true, it usually is. The threaded piece that was on the end of this, when I went to go take it out, I guess I pulled a little too hard and it broke. So I had to use this file I had in my work truck. It has a square handle on it. Yeah, to get this threaded piece out. But it's out. There's that. Actually, see a little bit of oil that leaked out when I had to put in the new plug on top of the old oil. It was green going in, but coming out of the weep holes, it was almost like a bluish green. That's kind of neat. But anyway, a little extra insurance. And very inexpensive, really. Like 16 bucks. Although, I would look for a better lower unit pump kit next time. On the upside, I think I still got plenty of oil left if I need to do it again. The downside, I can't use this pump again. Oh well, moving on.
2 weeks later.
Good evening, CB Tech Stuff. It's me, ya boy. And that was a weird color shift. I am back on the boat. It is June 9th. It's been a couple weeks since I've really done anything to the boat. Kind of ran out of money for my last paycheck to really be able to spend. So I'm kind of at a standstill. Functionally, the boat is ready. I do need to see if I can dig up my other swivel seat from my parents' house, and as soon as I get paid again, I'm going to order some new seats. Probably the same ones I put in here, which, there they are. Look pretty good. There were a couple other things I wanted to do too. I can't remember what they are. Put them up on the screen. There's some potential upgrades down the road, like to the troll motor and a few other things. Maybe another fish finder I might want to do to this boat. Anywho, this evening, day's almost gone, I'm going to put on the new Tidecraft decals, which I ordered some off Amazon. Didn't spend a whole lot of money on it. Say Tidecraft. It goes from red to white. Could not find the original recreations, at least for this model, which goes from like a red to orange, orangish yellow. See if I can find a picture. Strangely enough, one of my neighbors down the road, he's got a Tidecraft too, but I think his is a slightly older model. I think his is a Spitfire, not a Wildfire, because it is bigger than this boat, but the colors are similar. And his has the classic Tidecraft late 80s to mid 90s logo. Anyway, these are custom. I think I paid like 18 bucks. Thought it'd be a little bit bigger, but they'll work. Speaking of decals, I also added some little accent decals. Little crawfish to each side of the penny and pincher on the back. I just wish they were one was facing in. Wish they're both facing in, or one facing out, whatever. My dog is crying inside the house. I just cleaned the surface with some shop towels and a little bit of simple green. Gonna get the dirt crap off of it. So, following these instructions, I'm gonna try to put it on. See how it goes. Well, there's one side done. I don't think that'll come off. That's deep in the fiberglass. I think some of it's from the old logo, or it's from rubbing against the bunking. I don't know. I made to repair some of his old bunking. This whole wood piece on the other side's completely gone, but this side has the most damage, whatever that is. I'm not sure what that is. See what that does. A little bit of simple green and some of that came off. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get the other side on. And this came with a smoother tool. And that's the left side. Alright.
2 weeks later.
CB Tech stuff. What's going on? It is June the 24th, I think. And just a quick update. I just finished replacing the pedestal seats on the boat. I got the same ones as what I put back there. We're under the cover right now. I finally found my other pedestal seat the other day. I ordered these a couple days ago. They came pretty quick. Same ones from Academy, which were the cheapest ones I could find, although the shipping's still horrendous. So, not a big update, just a quick update. And I've ordered more Sea Dek just like this to replace these seats with. And once I get that done, I think I'll be done with the boat, other than clean up. At least until I get enough money around to do some upgrades, because I do kind of want to put another fish finder in here. We'll see. And I may also get a replacement or an upgrade prop for the, and maybe one of those torque nuts for the troll motor. There's that. Stay tuned. CB Tech stuff out. Real quick, these are the seats I put on 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Cheapies from, I think, Walmart. Overpriced cheapies. I'm gonna see if I can't sell them on Facebook Marketplace or something, or just give them away. I don't know. At least one of them's still good. The other one's got some stains going on it. I couldn't get off. Probably just need some vinyl cleaner. So, that's what's up with that. Hello, CB Tech stuff. It's been a while. It is actually, what, July 26th? Something like that? Close to the end of July. It has been over a month since I've worked on the boat. mainly because I ran out of money. Although I did finally order some more of the foam material, similar to what I put down here. And my main goal with that is to kind of redo these front two seats. I'll start to clean out this boat from last time. But I think what I've decided is, I remember now I was going to figure out how to take these off and how to get some plywood or something to put over here and then put that on top. But these seats, as kind of gross as they look, they're still intact. So I may try to leave them be for now. Maybe I'll paint over them. And the main thing is these little side seats, because that comes right off. It just peels right off. Oh, and yeah, everything's come apart. All of that just came apart, which is just lovely. I've also got to deal with all these screws. Some of these are ones I put in. Not really sure what kind of progress I'm going to make tonight. I think I might have bitten off a little more than I can chew for tonight. I may end up just working on this tomorrow. But aside from the costs of things, the main reason I haven't really done anything to it is it's not a huge rush. I haven't had the boat back out. And it's also been stupidly hot. How can I deal with these? Best way I know how to deal with these is take my reciprocating tool and maybe knock these down. That short one might be a little more of a challenge. I don't know. A couple of those are holding in my new fuse block. So, I really don't know how the hell he even mounted this stuff in the first place. I know this side came off pretty easily. How easy is this side gonna come up? Just as easy. I'm gonna do some serious cleanup though. There's that. And now I've got to fix my cover support because I broke it a while ago. You can kind of see right there. But that's the next step on the penny pincher. I also got some more decals to put on it, because why not? I still like my Mr. Krabs decal. And the new seats are in, but they've already got a little bit of stainage on them, I guess, from the last storm we had. It's an ongoing project, that's for sure. There's a big old screw sticking out right there, too. That was loose. But that's where I'm at with it right now. So I guess I'll try to get some measurements, and I'll probably just leave these hatch cushions alone for now. Alright.
Tomorrow.
Alright, some day 2 progress for y'all. It is actually the next evening. I was going to go fishing this evening, but that didn't pan out, so I'm probably going to do that in the morning. But obviously I got the cushions removed yesterday. I made a trip to Home Depot to get some stuff, and I have wiped down all the dirt and gunk, and I removed and cut the screws that were sticking out using my handy dandy Milwaukee multi-tool. Love this thing. And I got some clear silicone. Actually, I don't even think it's silicone, but some clear caulking in the screw holes. I also bought some cardboard boxes while I was at Home Depot. I'm going to cut them out as templates for each side. Something I really should have done when I did the initial decking. But I don't know how much longer I'm going to be out here. I'm sweating, and there are ants eating my toes up because I'm wearing flip-flops. And my dog is going crazy in the house. She hates being pinned up. So I'm going to go deal with that. And I will catch y'all next time. Once again, the penny pincher. And I'm going to stick my other stickers probably on the other windshield where there's plenty of space. So yeah. Till later.
Later.
Alright, so I went to Home Depot and got a couple of boxes. I really only needed one though. Took my measurements and kind of drew a rough drawing of each side. Yeah, my handwriting's terrible. And use it to come up with this. And this side will actually bend. So this should work for the driver's side top. I just flip it over, use it for the passenger side. Wasn't cut 2 templates, but I'm only cut the 1. And I will cut the flooring itself later, not tonight. But now at least I have a template this time, which should make things a little easier. And that's my dog. Hi, Lulu. And once again, till next time.
Tomorrow.
Fast forward a little bit. It's next morning. I had to do some adjustment. That is my dog. On that corner part. So I had to cut and splice in some bits and do a little bit of trimming, but I took it outside and test fitted earlier, and it should work. So now I'm going to actually cut the material. These rolls are smaller than what I bought last time. I'm not really sure if it's the same brand. I think it is, but it doesn't have the diamond patterns in it. I got 2 rolls of this stuff. I think 1 roll per side should be enough. If I remember right, I bought enough to actually do the cushioned parts too. That is the hatches. But like I said, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I might look in actually getting some new cushion covers for those. I don't know. I think I might just leave them be. If they start to dry rot, I'll replace them. Or do something different. Having cushioned seats there would be nice, but they're not a have-to-have. So I'm probably going to have to cut this on the floor because my coffee table's not quite big enough. It's slightly too small. So I'm going to get cutting.
12 seconds later.
Alright, so I might have a slight problem here. Stretching this stuff out, I realize it is not quite wide enough to do that all as one piece. It's just a little short by about 4 inches. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to do the part that goes up under the windshield and do that as a separate piece, which I may have to do that anyway because of the corner. And this stuff is pretty springy from being rolled up, so that's why I got weights on it too. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and do the long pieces, trace them out, cut them, and go from there, just to label them accordingly. And we move on.
The next day.
Alright, it is the next evening, and I've got my 3M glue sprayed on both sides and over on the pads themselves. Are back over there, can't really see them. While I'm waiting for that to get tacky, I'm going to go ahead and put my decals on. Local bait shop, and also a place I went early in the summer. I'm going to put those on, and then we'll see about sticking those pads on.
1 hour later.
Alright, I just got them stuck on, and I just finished kind of piecing in the corner gaps, the leftover, and doing a little additional trimming. It's not the straightest job in the world, but for my standards it'll work, as long as I don't stretch it too hard. For a purpose-built fishing boat, it's a lot better than it was. So, I think that's going to do it for the boat from hell for a long time. 7 weeks later. CB Tech stuff. What's going on? It is, what is today? September the 19th, I think? Pretty sure. September the 17th. Sunday, September 17th, yes. It has been at least a couple months since I last really worked on the boat. Mainly because of time, also money, and waiting on stuff to show up. So today is probably going to be the last major thing I do to the boat for a long time. Being that fishing time is about over and hunting time is about to be on. And that is, I'm going to cover these 2 hatch lid seats from the front side of the boat. I was originally planning to strip these down, get rid of the cushion, just put some of the Sea Dek on top of them. But then I got to thinking, the cushions are still in fairly good shape. The covers are a little rough, but they're serviceable. I did some homework, and I found that I could get some stuff to cover them to make them kind of match the Sea Dek. If I can get it out here. Alright, so I've got about 2 square yards, or 2-yard cut of this material. I think it's from Castle Ferry on Amazon. I think it came from China. And It's like the same kind of material that my boat cover is made of. I think it's like 600 denier rated. It's a canvas type material. And I found it in this gray camo pattern, which isn't too far off from the Sea Dek pattern. About enough to cut out in 2 sections to cover up the seats here, or lids, whatever you want to call them. And I'm going to attempt to put them on and staple them on. Power stapler I borrowed from work. Let's see how that's going to work.
20 minutes later.
Alright, I got the first one done. Stapler's kind of finicky, but managed to get it going. Didn't quite pull it long enough because the backside didn't get completely covered, but I got enough meat to staple to. Not too bad, not too bad. It's not exactly a perfectly rectangular shape to stretch to, but topside looks okay. And for reference, get this out of here. Hello, Lulu. For reference, this is the Sea Dek. Not too far off. Alright, one more to go.
12 seconds later.
Alright, I got both sides done. And now I'm about to put them back on the hinges. So, the old hinges were in with these inch-long quarter-inch drive self-tipping screws. The ones I pulled out were super rusty. So I'm just going to go in with these 5/8 button head tech screws that I happen to have in my work truck. Hopefully they'll work. Well, you're about to find out.
1 hour later.
Alright. I had to switch to different kind of screws. 5/16 by 1 inch that I had. And do a little finagling, but I finally got them on. They really look pretty good, although they don't hinge down all the way. I don't know why. But with my tarp brace on top of them, I'm sure that'll fix that in no time. Something else I just did is I noticed they weren't closing all the way, and also that the hinges were in different spots. So apparently they've been moved around. So I went ahead and moved this side to match this side close to the outside. What's up, puppy? Neighbor's dog. I call him Fred. And I went ahead and replaced all these old screws that were sticking out, caused it not to close all the way with shorter 5/16 screws. So there's that. Now they close all the way, a little more even. The last thing I'm going to do now is probably stick some more stickers on my windshield that I've been saving. What do I do with those things? Oh, they're there. Just a bunch of random ones I've been saving. I like my stickers. And maybe I will get to go fishing soon. I don't know if I'm going to take the boat out or not. We'll see. If I do, it'll probably be its own video. But I'm going to call this done on the boat revival of 2023. CV Tech stuff. Happy early Halloween.